What kind of work should women be doing to become the kind of women that a man would want to spend the rest of their lives with?
Studying men. Instead of women's studies, study men. Also be honest with yourself. What do you want? Do you want a woman or do you want a man? And you need to be honest about this. I think some women have lied to themselves and they believe that they want a woman in a relationship. They might not call it that.
Like a girly man.
Right. They might, you said it, not me. They think they want a man who is able to feel like them and emote like them and navigate life like them. One, that will leave you very unaware in certain situations that will come up in your relationship and or marriage. That a man is most suited to address or most suited to take on in the relationship if they are not a man. I think a lot of women are just not honest with themselves on who they want, or they have dual perspectives on what they want, which can exist simultaneously. You can't have a man who's a woman. And I was just saying tell me what you think of this. I was just saying to another woman that I was speaking to about their relationship, or her relationship with her husband. A lot of times women want their man to be like a woman so that they can control them. Because no man can be a woman as good as a woman can be a woman. So if you've made your man into a woman, you're still going to be better than them because you are one. And I think that gives you the upper hand to be able to control them in the relationship. Also, you emasculated them. And honestly, there's going to be a lot of resentment there. So you have to be careful of that. But they're just going to be whipped.
No, I think that that's true. And I think that it's true that women in that situation have gotten to that place because they feel safer controlling their husband than letting their husband be who they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I think the other problem is that a lot of women don't have a good example of what a man should be. They have what culture has said a man is, and that's bad, and it is a lot of times, right? Somebody who just wants to womanize people, and this kind of picture of a man that they've made that is kind of barbaric, right? But that's not actually the picture of what men are. What a good man is somebody who is strong and does lay down their foot for the protection of their wife and family. A man who can withstand whatever comes at him that's ugly and evil and yucky for the purpose of protecting his wife and his children.
Yeah.
Right? You want that in a man.
One thing that I think might help women get there, and this takes a little bit of faith, I think that is instilled, not perfectly, but in its basic form, instilled in every man to be the man that does all of those things.
Like the protector and provider.
And lead. But that can only come out of them when you relinquish control.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard.
It's also the reason that you're stepping on each other's feet.
Yeah, it's true.
I think the best example that I can give of this is dancing. In dancing, the woman has to relinquish control completely to be effective in the dance.
Yeah.
That man has to have complete control of each movement that they go from, especially in the more fluid, unrehearsed dancing, because that man has to be able to guide your back and to be able to lead your arm and to be able to guide you to that next step so that you're not stepping on each other in that routine.
Yeah.
And when it's done, it's so gorgeous. It's so seamless. It's so just, there's flow.
Yeah.
But you have to give up control completely.
Yeah.
Anytime a woman takes back a little bit of control in a dance, it ruins the entire thing.
Yeah. You're fighting each other.
Yeah. Yeah. So it goes both ways for sure. There needs to be a relinquishing of control in certain areas of the men to women to allow them to be the woman that the man actually desires them to be.
Yeah. It's both sides.
Yeah. But that comes back to what you said with trust. Trust is a relinquishing of control. If I trust that my car is going to work, I'm relinquishing control of all the components firing on my watch. I'm just trusting that it's going to get me from point A to point B. I'm not making sure everything is going according to car plan.
Stop, see if the brakes worked.
Yeah. No, I'm just trusting. So I've relinquished control. And it's so helpful to do that in relationships. So I think if women could do that more in a healthy way, in a situational aware way, they will see men come out in the relationship.
I agree.
They will see the best qualities that you actually desire in men come out in the relationship.
And then you'll receive back probably what you've been wanting, that love from your husband or the person you're dating, because they can see that you actually trust them. And that means so much to them.
And they're allowed to be a man.
Yeah.
There's something just so simple about you not trying to make them anything other than what they are.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
So helpful.
And then one more thing I would add to that, I think it is helpful though, I'm not really sure how you would even do this, but find a couple or somebody online that actually has a good relationship and learn from them so that you can, as a woman, release control, but also know this is how a man should treat me. I think that's important too. I think that's where the confusion comes sometimes, because I don't think women know how they should be treated. And so in that unknowing and fear of the bad, they try to control.
So you need to look for somebody with a good track record, because there's a lot of people giving relationship advice that don't have successful relationships.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that give red pill perspective on the male side, and a lot of women who give feminist first, agenda first perspectives on the other side. And there's nothing wrong with feminism in its truest sense. But when a person that is of that persuasion that doesn't have any success in their relationships to also show with their perspective, you need to be wary of that. And you need to look for somebody who has had success. And that might be out of your political persuasion, that might be out of your religious persuasion, that might be out of a lot of bounds that you have not explored yet personally. But if you're looking for someone online to follow, you're going to have to dig
do research.
Yeah, you're going to really have to look for it.
Yeah.
And know that you're just looking for success. That's your metric. How long have you been together? Do you like each other still?
Right.
Good. Okay, you do? All right, I can follow you.
Yeah.
And that's really it. I still like the person after X amount of time.
Yeah.
Cool. How?
Yeah, how'd you do
if you
that?
can find that person, great. And if you can do it in real life and not on the internet,
that's better.
Better.